I got a speeding ticket.
I almost hit an officer on the side of the road.
The DMV told me I didn't have a license. The police station told me I didn't.
Speed limit was 45 and it had just changed to 55 and I was doing 72.
I got a speeding ticket going 98 and a 60.
I wrecked and totaled my GMC Sonoma.
That's why I'm here.
I've had several CNIs. I've had like 2 or 3.
Excessive speeding.
I haven't been so lucky the last couple years. I've gotten like 5 tickets in the last couple years.
Street racing.
I've had a few DWIs too.
Paraphernalia charges.
32 and a 20 downtown.
No, it would be my third.
Trafficking.
Numerous speeding tickets.
I got in a little fender bender.
DWI.
I've had a racing on public streets ticket.
I got a ticket for not having proof of insurance.
I wasn't paying attention at all on that.
And that's pretty much the extent of, so I guess I've just drive stupid. I actually try to keep it about 4 over.
I mean, I usually do drive 5 over.
I like to drive about 20 over.
If the speed limit's 65, I'll be going 80. It's not that big a deal. I don't even think twice about it anymore, really.
But I'm going to be traveling in excess of 100, 150 miles an hour.
I drive as fast as I feel comfortable with. You know, I don't go that fast. And I don't always go 98. I drive as fast as I feel comfortable with.
There's several times where I go 10 over.
I mean, I'm comfortable at 80, that's fine with me. I mean, I could even go 85, 90, just not really think twice about it.
I consider myself to be a decent driver.
Better than most.
I would say I'm a decent driver.
Sometimes I am. I have a tendency of driving fast, but other than that, I say I'm a good driver.
Yes, I consider myself a good driver.
Yeah, I think I'm an aggressive driver.
I consider myself to be a decent driver. Several CNIs. I've had like 2 or 3. I've had a few DWIs too. Numerous speeding tickets. I've had a racing on public streets ticket. I'm not a good driver, but I don't consider myself to be a bad driver.
Better than most. Excessive speeding, paraphernalia charges, DWI, street racing, trafficking. I've pretty much got control over the car for the most part.
I say I'm a good driver.
I almost hit an officer on the side of the road. 32 and a 20 downtown. I like to drive about 20 over.
I mean, I make my slip-ups. I'm not a great driver by any means, but I'm not a terrible driver.
I know that I've done some not so smart stuff, and I've actually endangered not only myself, but my friends and the people on the road. But I think as I've gotten older, I've gotten a little bit wiser about what I can get away with and what I can't.
I don't think I follow all the rules of the road, really, but I'm not a bad driver.
I have one friend that about 2 months ago was driving down the road and hydroplaned and lost control of his car, and he hit a tree and went through the windshield. He was in the hospital actually it was probably only a couple weeks, but as far as the visual damage that it did, I mean, he's got scars all down one side of his face and his eye's a little messed up now, and still it's kind of weird to look back and see it every time. He looks different, you know.
I've had family members that have actually died from car accidents and not wearing their seatbelt.
The very first friend I ever had died in a car accident driving down 14. And he was 16 years old.
Sophomore year, he was a really good friend of mine, was heading down to see his grandpa and slid off the road with his truck and hit a tree and died.
My best friend's aunt got in a car accident and was decapitated.
I just had one of my friends, wasn't even driving, he got hit by somebody. He was walking down the side of the road and they just plowed into him and took off. And that was just about 6 or 7 months ago.
And then my junior year, my really good friend, played basketball with him forever, was drunk, really drunk, and he was driving on the road going like 80 or so and hit a tree and died. So yeah, a couple of my really, really good friends died in high school.
When I was in high school, my best friend died. He fell asleep and ran off and hit a covert and died instantly. I mean, I've had people die.
There was one of my friends, he rolled his car, and I was the one who pulled him out of the car. And he just got him right. Got hold of him with it.
I don't have a doubt, if, it's a matter of when. And if I don't change the way I start driving, it's gonna happen.
But I always think like it won't happen to me. So
I guess I have the attitude it won't ever happen to me.
Well, I'm planning on getting a motorcycle soon, so yeah, gotta be really careful when I get one of those.
We're young and stupid, and that's really the only way to put it.